As y'all can see my hat today, man, it is by Into the AM. You know, we had to go with that smooth, sleek look. This low key, like, this your look right here.
I know.
This is your look, bro.
I know.
This is your look, bro.
It's a good hat, man. I've worn it multiple times.
I will say this, man. It is very comfy. It's very breathable, too. You can see the mesh on the backside of it, man. Keeps the hat nice and smooth. But more importantly, we got promo codes, ladies and gentlemen. So if you use the promo code MOATS10, all right, MOATS with the number 10, you will receive 10% off of your purchases at Into the AM. Website is right there, intotheam.com. But man, it's awesome, man. The graphic tees they have, the basic t-shirts that they have. Obviously, me and Deke always talk about our contrast and style. I'm more of the graphic t-shirt guy. Deke's more the basic t-shirt guy.
Yep.
But the beauty with Into the AM is they have packages where you can get monthly subscriptions where they send you their freshest, newest color schemes, whether you want the basics or if you want the graphics, all for really nice pricing. And like I said, you can use that promo code that's right there on the screen to add to the pricing discount with that as well. So big time shout out to the homies at Into the AM. Roger Peavy, he says, I say we trade Claypool. Ooh. Better early than late. He ain't never gonna be it. We can get some picks for him to reload the roster.
I don't think that's the take that's needed after yesterday.
Do you
or just even the last 2 weeks? Claypool ain't messing around here. Well, I think he's extremely talented still.
I do agree he's extremely talented. Do you think he'll be a franchise receiver one day? Because I know before this whole new tweet and change in mentality, that was I don't know if he's ever going to be it. Maybe just an elite number 2. How do you feel about that?
Right.
Because if you feel like he's an elite number 2, but other teams might view him as a 1, then you could move him to get the assets for him. But if you think that he has the potential to be a 1, then you just go ahead and keep him.
Yeah, I think you keep him. I think he still has that potential. Hasn't lived up to it this season. Mm-hmm. Is there something about receivers that second to third year jump sometimes?
Man, is that out there? First to second year jump.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Next, it's talking about that 5th to 6th year jump, bro.
That 4th year jump.
You know, that 4th year jump real, man.
That 5th year jump for receivers is different.
So you know that 2nd to 3rd year jump? You know that jump? Like, bro, wait a minute now.
There might be something to that. There might be something
I've heard some of these jumps, but wait a minute. I ain't heard that jump before, D. God, no, you make it.
I still think it's there. Okay. He hasn't lived up to it this season, and that's what's been frustrating with his season thus far, because I thought he was going to hit like 1,400 yards, double-digit touchdowns. I think it's still there. So give him another year. Because I don't...
Now, would you be saying this? Would you be saying this if Chase was a different name on the Browns or the Ravens? Would you still feel as optimistic about him?
Who's a good comp?
What if we said T. Higgins?
T. Higgins? No, you keep Higgins.
You would keep him.
Especially he had a really good game yesterday. But
true.
No, you keep T. Higgins.
Okay. Do you feel like Chase has played as consistent as T. Higgins did?
This year, I haven't seen them game to game. I think Higgins has probably had the better season. Actually, he definitely has had the better season.
I just think to myself, like, if I'm Cincinnati right now, like, I think it's still Jamar Chase. I would probably still go Tyler Boyd, and then I would go Higgins. I think.
Dude, Higgins has had a really good year. They have a good trio.
Yeah, they do.
Because Chase has definitely had some problems with drops.
Yeah, but all 3 of them dudes have been balling. All right. I'm trying to think of somebody else that a lot of potential. But
so what's the capital coming back for Claypool? Are you saying 2nd round or 1st round?
It would just depend on what the team viewed him as. Because like I said, if we don't view him as a 1st, but another team does, then obviously you would get a 1 in return for him. Or I think you, at bare minimum, a 2. I think you have to get a 2 for him.
See,
just because his age and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
But I would want 1.
I would rather have Claypool than a 1st round pick this year coming up. Because if you're going to spend it on a receiver, I'd just rather have Claypool. Okay. I think he's proven enough these first 2 years, and he still has that untapped potential. Okay. I just take him.
Okay.
Because you could hit and miss on receivers in the draft. We've seen it before. I think they're a little bit more common to be successful, though. That's what it feels like as opposed to quarterback.
Yeah, especially when you get them early. The early ones, they have shown that they could ball out.
Yeah, so I'd rather just stick with Claypool, though, right now. I get what people are saying. I feel like that was more of a realistic shot if Claypool kept acting up, but...
Well, because my thing is, even though he's not acting up, has it equated to more productivity? And that's my only thing. It's like I get maturity-wise, he looked like he's shown some stuff. And obviously, the time is going to show way more than these 2 games and some social media posts, right? But when I think of just the productivity part of it, well, you're at 2 years. So are you waiting for that 3rd year? And now does that 3rd year become you're waiting for that 4th year? And then at what point do we say, all right, you're not catching enough of these 50-50 balls, or you're not doing enough of this? Some of the things that we say we chalk it up as inconsistency, when does that inconsistency become the reality?
Right.
And that's the part where same as the conversation we had with Kendrick Green and others. It's like, man, now some guys is more defined. Like Kendrick Green, I think his is more defined than Chase right now. And Chase, I do feel like he's at that cross where he could blossom into this elite receiver, or he could just be a guy. Right. But it's like, you said you would take that chance. Everybody is different. And that's the part where it's like, if you don't necessarily believe it or you don't want to take that chance, then yeah, you move him now while his market is high. Because if you wait 2 years and you realize, okay, he's not that guy, well, not just you, everybody else realizes it as well. Now you don't have that type of market.
Right. He can still be valuable if he's not a wide receiver one, but we do need that at some point on this team.
Yeah, I would agree, man.
Deontay, yeah, he's been the best receiver this season, but does he have that cap on him where he's ever going to be a wide receiver one? Because even Ryan Clark brought it up on Twitter. I see him more as like Santonio Holmes as opposed to AB. Mm-hmm. And Santonio Holmes, awesome receiver for that 3-4 stretch of years with the Steelers. But long term, I just don't know if he's ever going to be that bona fide wide receiver one that we saw with AB and that you see with countless other receivers throughout the league.
Yeah. I would agree, man.
I hope so. I hope I'm wrong on that. I don't see it. I do see him more as Santonio Holmes. Maybe
it's still a good, like, it's not like a knock
awesome.
either. Like, and that's the thing, right? When you're talking Santonio versus AB, it's just one is a great player, one is a generational player. You know what I mean? Like AB
could have been top 3 of all time if he didn't go off the wayside. You know?
That's the conversation. Whereas with Tone, it's like Tone Super Bowl MVP. Tone is a beast in his own right, but it's just different. You know what I mean? And that's the thing.
A couple Pro Bowls, 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, whatever it is, really good career.
Heck of a career, yeah.
The difference between Deontay and Holmes will be what do you do in the playoffs? Because that does count for something.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Holmes.
Absolutely. But Deontay, he hopefully will get another opportunity.
Yeah.
That's the other part with him.
Yeah, he's still young, for sure.